This is the video for the 1.2 to 1.4 study guide. Alright, here you're just going to plug in 9 for x and 2 for y. So 2 times 9 is 18, minus 2 is 16. Here we have the cost to operate a certain aircraft is $434 per hour. The algebraic expression 434t gives the total cost to operate the aircraft for t hours. Find the total cost to operate the aircraft for 2.5 hours. So we're going to take the formula they gave us, which is 434t, and instead of t we're going to do 2.5, which is the same as 2.50. So you're going to take 434 times 2.5, which is $1,085. It says x is an even whole number, which would be the set of numbers 0, because 0 is a whole number, 2, 4, 6, and remember dot, dot, dot means it goes on forever. Now we're going to talk about which one of these numbers are irrational. The only one is the square root of 6, because our irrational numbers are the numbers that when put in decimal form go on forever, and the only one that goes on forever is the square root of 6. Here we're trying to insert either the is an element of, which is this symbol, or is not an element of, and in this case we're going to use the is not an element of because 0 is not an element of the set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, which are our counting numbers, which are 4, remember, less than, we're going to draw an arrow, underline less than and draw an arrow to the end. 7 times a number, which would be 7x, and then 4 less than would be minus 4 on the end. The quotient, which we know is divide, of 60 and a number, and we'll call that number x. Negative 3 minus 10, so if we draw a number line, if we start at negative 3, which is here, and then we move negative 10 that way, we're going to end up at negative 13. If we have 1/9 minus negative 1/3, we're going to add a line, change the sign. We're going to do our common denominator, which in this case would be 9. And remember, we're going to do bottom into bottom times top. So 9 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 1 is 1. Here, bottom into bottom times top. So 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. Then we're just going to add our numerators. 1 plus 3 is 4, and we keep our common denominator. So our answer is 4/9. Okay, over here we'll do our first two. Negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. We'll multiply that times 3, and you get 54. Okay, any number over 0 will always be undefined. Oop. And I know how to spell. There we go. Okay, this is negative 1/5 times negative 1/5 times negative 1/5. And remember what I said, when you're multiplying fractions, you do what? You go straight across. So negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, and 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So your answer is 125. Here we have negative 7 cubed, but remember, what is being cubed? This is actually saying negative 7 cubed. So this ends up being negative 343. You can break this into square root of 1 over the square root of 49, because we know the square root of 1 is 1, and the square root of 49 is 7. 3 more than, so draw our arrow, we're going to put that towards the end. 4 times x, which is 4x. So we've got plus 3, because remember more than, is the same as x increased by 24. Okay? Twice the sum, so 2 times the sum of x and 17, x plus 17, is less than or equal to the opposite of x. The opposite of x is just negative x. Okay, so first thing we need to do is distribute this negative 4. So I've got 9x. If I distribute negative 4 to 6, I get negative 24. If I distribute negative 4 to negative x, I get positive 4x. And then I've got plus 28. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. So 9x plus 4x is 13x. And then negative 24 plus 28 is positive 4. So it's just 13x plus 4. Here I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 10 and then distribute the negative. So this is 70zy plus 90. And then I'm going to distribute the negative. So it's negative zy plus 8, because a negative times a negative is a positive. Now we're going to combine our like terms. 70zy minus 6zy is, 64zy. And then 90 plus 8 is 98. So plus 98. Okay, here you're going to do order of operations, so don't forget you've got PEMDAS. Okay, parentheses first, so I'm not going to do anything but my parentheses. 12 minus 3 is 9, so 9 squared, that was just parentheses. 12 divided by 4, I'm just doing parentheses, minus 1 plus 1 is 2. Now I'm only going to do exponents. 5 squared is 25, plus 9 squared is 81. 12 divided by 4 minus 2. That was just parentheses. Now, I'm just going to do division or multiplication. So 25 plus 81, that's not division or multiplication. But here, 25 or 12 divided by 4, that is division, so that's 3 minus 2. Now I'm going to do addition or subtraction. 25 plus 81 is 106, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So my answer is just 106. And then last one, I'm going to plug in for y, I'm going to put 3 minus 8 times x is negative 1, over 5 times x is negative 1, minus x is negative 1, times z is negative 3. So this becomes 3. Negative 8 times negative 1 becomes positive 8 over 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 minus negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Then you've got 3 plus 8 is 11 over negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. So your answer is negative 11 over 8. All I did was move the negative up to the numerator. That's it. You're done with the study guide. Get ready for your test tomorrow. Have a great night.